This lovely big boy. Shadow, Mash. This lovely big boy is Richard. Another one of the doorbells. He was happy to see Shadow as well. Obviously hasn't seen him for a while either. But then Shadow got distracted. Decided to bark at the man with the donkey cart. As is his wont. So Richard turned up basically as a street dog outside of Ace roughly 7 years ago, but he was apparently very skinny, in poor condition, covered in ticks and fleas. Apparently his ears were full of ticks. So obviously he was taken in and given treatment and made well, but he was just so happy that he ended up staying. But that's the thing here, it's so hard to home or rehome dogs, and Ace is not a dog kennels, it's not an animal sanctuary, it is purely a charity animal hospital. Yes, they have resident dogs, but that's just been more forced upon them due to circumstances. It's certainly no great help to Ace as a charity if people are just constantly bringing them dogs or puppies just because they found them on the street. Yes, obviously Ace would love to be able to help every single dog, every single animal, but there is so many, you know, there's a finite amount of resources. If you're visiting the Luxor area, unless you find a dog that is clearly in a bad way or has a bad injury, then obviously you'd want to take that dog to an animal hospital. But honestly, there are so many street dogs here. And as far as I'm aware, I haven't found any specific street dog or dog charities in this area. Go, Richard. You alright, big boy? You've been a good boy, have you? You're another one that would benefit from a brush, so we'll get that done later. You do actually let me brush you all over, so that's no problem. Oh, who have we got here? Some more of the street dogs that are normally outside. Hello. This one. Hello. Hello, puppy. Hello, puppy. Oh, hang on a minute, you're caught in the lead. Alright, Richard, it was an accident. This one was brought to Ace and had a metal chain embedded in his neck, as well as a problem with one of his eyes. But it's okay, Richard. He's just playing. You know how excited he gets. Yeah, he had a chain deeply embedded in his neck. It had to be cut off. But he made such a quick recovery from that. It was unreal. There's a few of the street dogs here that have turned up for emergency treatment at Ace. Hi, Richard. Good boy. You good boy. Take a side. Take a side. Stenna. Stenna. Salam alaikum. As often as not, if a dog comes in as a street dog, you know, not coming in, being brought in by an owner, then 9 times out of 10 it's going to revert back to being a street dog. But they tend to join this loosely formed pack, come and go as they please, but stick close to the Ace facility where they get fed and watered. And their progress can be monitored, so if there's any issues with them, they can be brought in and treated. They'll get flea and tick treatment and they'll get dewormed. Alright boys, calm down a bit. I know it's been a while since you've all seen each other. Calm down, good dog. You're a good lad, aren't you, Richard? Huh? You're a lovely boy. Yes, you are. You're a lovely boy. The lads all the area down lie in the wet mud.
Boy.